This is Steffie's Timby. Is it Richie, yeah?
Yeah.
This is what she rode on the Poor Divide. This is day 6 of 6. It's made out of aluminum, yeah?
No.
Steel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's made out of steel. It's super lightweight. It's not front heavy at all. And then, what fork do you have on here? What is this?
MRP.
MRP carbon?
Mm-hmm.
And outer shell panniers?
Yes.
And what are those adapters? Old Man Mountain?
Yep.
Wow. Very nice. On the front, she's got 2 roll bags on her bars. One with her tent bivvy, and the other one full of snacks. What is this? Sleeping pad?
Yeah. And pad. And sleeping bag.
She's also been carrying the bear horn for us, just in case. Sandals, swim trunks, I think. She's got a dropper with some frayed cables, a little detail there. It's kind of nice. XT brakes, P&W, SLX drivetrain. Big ass water on the bottom. What is that? 3 liters?
I don't know.
2 liters? A lot of water.
A lot.
Still room with for a water bottle cage and a little water bottle, a pump, and Ivy of Ivanhoe Manufacturing made these cute little frame bags that I don't know what she puts in there.
Tools and snacks.
Snacks?
Snacks on the top one, tools on the bottom one.
Nice. And then what's in the back?
My clothes.
On a saddlebag. Your clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Does the dropper still work?
No.
And what tires are these?
Super yummy.
Super yummy. They look like they're really fast rolling. Steffie doesn't know how to not pedal. She just pedals the whole time. It's fast. She's fast. Strapped on this side, she's got an elk stick for easy access. And this is an SR women's ergon saddle down here. And she's clipped in. Time pedals, of course. The best. Anything else?
Mm-mm. No.
Are you excited about day 6?
No.
Hey everyone, this is my Ventum GS1 bikepacking hybrid, I guess. Ventum designed this to be a gravel bike and with drop bars and 700C wheels, and I decided to make it a little heavier duty for some more demanding off-road riding, so I suited it up with some Easton EA70AX 650B wheels and 50C gravel tires. These are my first time riding these Pirelli gravel tires. I had some other ones that I wanted, but they were back ordered, so I kind of picked these up last minute, and they turned out to be really good. Actually, they're really fast rolling and only had one kind of fluke puncture, but they're really great. So yeah, clearance for 50C tires with the 650B wheels. I have Easton EC90SL carbon cranks with a 34 tooth chainring up front. And in the back, I have some SRAM Axis 50 tooth and 10 little one in the back. So I feel like I have a really good gear ratio for some of those faster flat road sections and good for climbing too. I have a tailfin aero pack here, and since we have so many resupply spots and cafes and gas stations and stuff, I didn't need to bring a ton of food or water or stuff, so I don't need my little 5-liter panniers, and yeah, it's been holding up really, really well. And then in my back here I have my sleeping pad, a really comfy sweatshirt that I decided was my luxury item for the trip, and some like cookware stuff. I have my cup in there, some socks, and here I have my little quick pack. This is a little packable musette for extra gas station beers and stuff. Speaking of which, in my main pack, I have a little road soda snack for later. It's a surprise for John Boy, don't tell him. I also have in here, hot Cheetos. And I keep my 2-liter water in here because I don't like to keep a lot of stuff on the fork, a lot of weight on the fork or anywhere else. So this is great, and I just fill up my big bottle there. I made this frame pack kind of last minute. It's been holding up really well, and then I have an extra big old Nalgene on the bottom there. It's a little bit low, but luckily we're not going down any drops or anything like that, so it's been working out fine. And then of course I have the Fox 32 taper cast gravel fork. I have one with 50 millimeters of travel, and I have the 45-degree offset fork, I think. But yeah, it's great. Comes with 12 by 100 millimeter through axle, so compatible with a lot of different wheels. I put a 160 millimeter rotor on there. It's been really performing well on all those like brake bumps and, you know, gravelly washboard stuff. It just has felt super solid, and really happy with it. And then finally I just made a little front roll to carry the rest of my clothes and my sleeping bag and toiletries and things. And then I have my little outer shell koozie bag here from my bottle. I have my little seat here. I just have a little piece of this foam pad because it's nice to have a little camping chair. And then finally I made this little easy access bag. I have my hat in here, sunscreen, snacks, chamois cream, hydration, wallet, things like that. And that's my Portavide setup. Oh, a bear bell. This is pretty slick. So you can lock it out. It won't make any noise. You can unlock it and it'll make noise when you're descending. I like it.
And your head unit?
Oh, I'm heading it. The Garmin 840 Solar. It's pretty great. I had active navigation for the first 4 days of the tour, and still had, I think, 15 or 18% battery left because it was charging the whole time. Pretty sick. Oh, don't forget my dad paddles. Highlight feature. They're super comfy.
You also have grips on your brake levers.
Yeah.
And you have the new SRAM levers.
I do, yeah. The Stealth
Flat
brake levers, they're super good. I think these are the 4-piston ones. Man, they've been crazy good. And then this isn't a huge deal, but I just really like this axis shifter. It's just super simple and no need to overdo it, you know. Everything's just been really simple and working really well. I'm super happy with it all.
And Physique Argo.
Physique Argo, the one and only. Oh, and Time pedals.
And
Attacks.
Time pedals.
Time for life, baby.
And she's also wearing Bedrock sandals like me, right?
Yeah, they're all packed up though.
Oh, man.
Oh, damn, sorry. Those are for off the bike, but I am a Bedrock girl off the bike. Thanks for watching.
This is Nikki's Black Mountain Cycles. Rigid. Is this 29er? Yes.
27.5.
27.5. Well, she rides it like a 29er. She's also really fast. Racing everyone to the top of the climbs. This is a really small mountain bike frame. What is it, like 52? 50?
Smaller.
Small. She's got Rocket Rons on here with Santa Cruz Reserve carbon wheels. Very nice.
Damn, bitch, you got carbon?
With DT Swiss 350s. Everyone's on disc brakes, of course. She's got room for 1, 2, 3 water bottles. Nikki's running flat pedals, and she's made a little custom grip tape on these right here in the center. Wow, for extra grip. You're riding in Vans, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So she's running Shimano brakes and SRAM drivetrain. She's got force cranks, pretty big chainring in the front for this. That's why she's so fast, a 38 tooth. She's strong. And this must be some kind of eagle. It's too dirty, I can't see the writing on it. Because we've been riding, that's why. She's got the, it's the new Eagle though, because that looks like a 52 in the back.
It is.
Very cool. And this very cool custom chainstay protector. I really like the grip tape on the pedals. For the bags, she's also front heavy. She's got the Roadrunner out of LA in the front with clothing in there. What's in there?
Clothes,
Clothes.
shoes.
Lots of designer clothing in there.
Okay, Balenciaga.
Balenciaga. She's got a sleeping pad here on top. She's got an outer shell top tube snack bag, I imagine, here.
Yep.
And then another
Outer shell.
outer shell snack bag here. And then a Roadrunner small frame bag. She's got a little LA and San Francisco on here. And on the back, it's a Rogue Panda saddlebag. What's in there?
My sleeping bag.
Nice. And she's running, I don't know what kind of saddle this is, but it looks comfy.
Form.
What is it?
Form.
Foreign. Nikki, are you excited for day 6 of 6?
No.
Have you had a good time so far?
No. Just kidding.
Nice.
Just kidding. Best day of my life. Best week of my life.
Nikki can put up with snores, but not farts.
I love farts. They don't scare me or make me scream at all.
All right, we're here with John. He's riding this beautiful Stinner. John, tell us about your bike.
Okay, let's go. This is my Thai Stinner tunnel. And yeah, I've had it for about a year and a half. And yeah, this is definitely like the dream bikepacking rig for me. It's fits up to 2.6s. Obviously it's a 29er. It's got a 120 millimeter fork on the front. It's a SID Ultimate, the remote lockout. It's a boost, front and rear. And yeah, I can go over some of the parts. I have a XO access group on there right now, and it's worked really well. Haven't really had any issues with it. I usually bring an extra battery with me just in case, but never end up using it. I have Rotor Capic cranks, which I really like. Rotor, they're really simple and they're really easy to use. Like you can take the chainring off in the road if you actually had to. And they're light and strong. I have an oval chainring on, which is kind of new for me, but I've actually really liked it. It's good for my knees, or seemingly been better for my knees, and it's a pretty small ring on there right now. It's a 30 tooth, so it's really low. Not much top end on the road, but a lot of low end on the dirt. Yeah, and then I have a tumbleweed rack on the back right now, which I have just an outer shell pannier kind of up top as my trunk bag right now. And yeah, I'm trying to think. I have a slingshot up there. I have a T-Rex hanging on the back. And let's see, I'm trying to think what else. I have, I guess the wheels. I went with a 240 or DT Swiss 240 hub in the back. These are 32 holes. Some pretty big rims. These are Stoic rims, which are actually Stinner branded rims. And yeah, I'm actually using bladed spokes on there, and they've worked really well. They're slightly thicker, and they've held up super well. Couldn't really recommend those enough. They make it ride really nice. And for this trip, I went with 2.25 Maxxis Recon Races, which are really good, like super low profile tread. Didn't last super long on the road, but like for a trip like this where we did a lot of fire road stuff, it was really, really good. Pretty low rolling resistance and still kind of like a mountain bike tire for the most part. And as far as the saddle goes, of course I have the classic Flight, which will, you know, there's a lot of opinions floating around these days.
I've heard it has a nickname, the Sleepy Peepee.
No. But I also have a extremely long dropper. I think it's a 210 or something like that.
Man's full of legs, dude. Look at him.
I got long legs. And yeah, that's really, really nice. Mainly just for when you stop, you can put your feet down is like honestly the biggest thing. And that makes a big difference. And then as far as the cockpit goes, it's hard to see, but these are actually Answer Pro Taper aluminum bars. I kind of run aluminum just because I feel like with all the stuff hanging off of there, like carbon bars would be a little risky. So I've always run aluminum. Most of my other friends that do long distance stuff run aluminum as well. So that's what I got. Underneath there, there's a profile BMX stem. It's kind of hard to see, but that's really cool. It's pretty chunky. I have these cool little SQ Lab kind of mini nub aero bar kind of things, which are really fun. Like especially like long descents on the road, they're really fun. You can get like tucked into like a little ball, and it's awesome. And then I'm trying to think. I'm using the Ergon big paddle grip guys, which forever I always thought were really funny. But then I used them and I was like, oh my god, these are really nice. And especially like standing up out of the saddle, they're pretty amazing when your hands are pretty clapped. Then I have two outer shell stem caddies, which both of them are really old and they've held on and lasted forever. Like couldn't recommend those enough. Like they definitely work, you know, as good as any of the they possibly could. I also have this Apidura top tube bag, which works pretty well for the most part. I keep all my electronics and stuff in there. If I need to charge my phone, I can run it into my dynamo light up here. And yeah, that works out pretty well. It's like a good place to store all that kind of sensitive stuff. I have like a, you know, my little Garmin inReach in here, as well as like a battery pack and all my cables and AirPods and chargers and all that kind of stuff. So that works pretty good. I also have this extremely cool frame bag made by Ivy Audrain, who made it specifically for this bike. And even cooler is this bike has bolts all the way along on the inside of the frame triangle right here, so this frame bag just bolts in. There's really no straps. There's one in the back just to give it a little tiny support, but other than that, it's fully bolted in and it works really, really well. It's hard to take off and on, but it once it's on there, it's super sturdy and it's never came loose or had any problems. And the bag itself is really, really awesome, and I really appreciate it. Then I have the big 1500 milliliter Nalgene on the bottom with a king cage and couple, you know, whatever volley straps. Got the old time pedals just because that's what I've always liked. They're indestructible. Yeah, and then I have two big Purist specialized like 1 liter bottles on the front. These work really, really well. And these really cool cages, which I just got. These work. I couldn't recommend these enough for the fork, but these are these Elite BOA cages, so they actually pop off and on like real easy. And for big bottles like this, it's like, you know, it's been really good. I had one pop off earlier, but it's because I forgot to tighten it down. But other than that, they've held on really, really well, and they're super light. You know, if you bash into something, I couldn't say that they would probably hold up to it too well, but for the most part, they do work really well. And the front wheel, I have the Sun, I can't remember, E Deluxe Dynamo, and that thing's awesome. You know, you sacrifice a little weight, but you know, that thing's plugged into my sine wave light up top, and that thing's always like plugged into my computer, and that pretty much just keeps my computer charged all the time. And if I need to charge other things, like if I'm on the road for a really long time, I can plug my battery pack in and kind of slowly trickle it, but really it's mainly there just to run the light and to keep the computer going. Oh yeah, and my computer's a Wahoo, I think Roam, I believe it's the bigger one. And that thing works really well. I feel like that's the more user-friendly option of computers out there these days, and it's good for bigger adventure stuff. All my friends, again, that do longer distance stuff recommended that one, and that's what I've had on here for a couple of years, and it's been really good. So, I guess lastly, I have, oh yeah, my bear spray in there. We definitely were just in big-time grizzly country, and that's kind of my like quick draw for the, you know, if that was to come about, need to do that. And then I guess, oh yeah, my brakes are just Shimano XT, like single piston. I just went with single pistons just because I felt like for a hardtail, the quads would be quite a bit, the dual pistons or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, then I have a Ortlieb bag that was gifted to me from our friend Chaz, and I've had that on there for a little bit, and that's worked really well. I used to use a bigger rack on the front, and I kind of switched over to this recently, and this has been really nice. I have a big sheet of Tyvek. That's kind of a ground sheet for sleeping. This is my little butt pad chair thing that I use, you know, just to keep my butt off the wet mud if it's wet out, or just have something soft to sit on sometimes. Then yeah, this is my, you know, Bell Fast House helmet. You know, works really good. It's super comfortable. And I think that's almost about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, I had this cool little musette as well that Ivy also made, I should point out. This thing is super handy when you come into town and you just gotta carry some food or even a tall can or whatever you need back to camp. That makes it really, really nice. Or just like in general, sometimes you gotta carry something extra, and this is like a little bag that pops out and you just throw it over your shoulder and have a little extra storage. And then also, for the most part, I use this bag most of the time when I'm backpacking for all my snacks and stuff. This is an old MASH Jan hit bag, which I actually really love. And it's just full of literally just food and some sunscreen in there. But yeah, just pretty much just candy and junk food for the most part.
Don't eat the sunscreen, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, this bag has been on countless trips and still hanging on. So, but yeah, that's my Sinner Thai tunnel. And yeah, couldn't recommend them even more. So thanks a lot.
Alright, we're at the end of our tour here. We're at a gas station, a fitting place to do a bike check. We have one left. Alex, tell us about your bike.
Okay, this is a 2017 Stanton Slackline. I got it secondhand probably 2 years ago and rattle canned it black. It's running a mullet wheel set, just 2 mismatched wheels that I got from friends. Fox 34 step cast on the front, and that was supposed to be 27.5, but they had the wrong listing, so that's kind of why I'm running the mullet. Cranks are race face something or other, and 34 tooth chainring since it's my gravel all-arounder bike.
Another big chainring in the group.
I should have gone smaller, but I'm too cheap. And then classic Shimano 11-speed with the 1150 Sunrace cassette to get a little more range out of it.
Nice, I had one of those.
And then Shimano brakes as well, just some like XT, I think. Dior. That's what it is. Yeah, just 2-piston, whatever, they're fine. And then 1-up dropper post. I don't think I could get much more than 150 on there. And Icon tire, I think, on the back.
It's hard to tell.
I think it's an Icon. And then on the front is a Specialized Eliminator, another friend freebie. And then some Specialized, I think they're called Benny's pedals. Another like freebie tape off.
Grip tape.
With the grip tape. Every time I like grip something and I have extra grip tape, I just try to put it somewhere. And I guess that's it for the bike. Oh no, I have to say I really like back swept bars. These are Stooge Moto bars. They have 17 degrees of sweep, so just a real nice amount of sweep to get a little better hand position, wrist position, but you can still ride trails and it doesn't feel weird. And for bags, I guess we'll just start with the bottom here. We got an old anything cage that I bent to not hit the cranks, and got my tent strapped down there. It like barely clears on either side. And then we got an outer shell frame bag here with the Cool Guy double zip.
I have never seen this frame bag before, ever.
Yeah, this one is the Kyle Special. I just wanted a frame bag for this, and he made it like this because that's how he likes to make them. So really easy, even if you need to get something at the bottom out, you just pop it out. Pretty chill. And and here I have just kind of a rotating number of things.
Cast of items.
Yeah, try to keep the heavy stuff in here, so I have like my battery, my toolkit, like a tube and a koozie, and just whatever stuff that I'm not like constantly using. Got a shirt stuffed in there right now. Then I got this Apidura, like Racy Boy long top tube bag. It's just like one of the few ones that's really long, which is nice on a low slung frame to get a little extra storage out of it. And that was mostly snacks in there. I think I have bear spray in there at the moment because I was running a little bit lighter.
Oh yeah.
Since I was off the back, I had to keep myself safe. And got the double stem caddies with some of the bigger bottles in there. Stem caddies are, I have mixed feelings about them because this is like as far as I can turn.
Yeah.
But that's why I run these bottles in the Nalgene's if I'm trying to get some handling out of it. And the Jumbo Jammer from Roadrunner. This one's been my go-to for a long time. It's like a little bit fiddly to set up. Like you're not really able to grab stuff on the fly while you're pedaling. But like once it's set up, it's super duper solid. Like there's nothing, it's super heavy and it like doesn't really move.
Nice.
So I really like that.
Another LASF bike bag.
And then one more.
Oh, that's a cute little outer shell guy.
One more outer shell.
It's a little mini.
Yeah, the roll top saddle bag, which is so I can still get full dropper. And yeah. Well, I guess it's not quite full dropper because there's like the Velcro
strap,
thing.
yeah.
But yeah, still got most of it. Doesn't quite hit that. So yeah, pretty much works.
Dope.
That's about it.
And none of us, FYI, have had any issues with our bikes at all.
Nope.
We're probably going to have some. We have about 10 miles left before we're back to where we started at a house. But I'm calling it out now. No one has had any issues.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
So we bring to a close the story of rigid control through the unceasing research and the highest quality.